There you go, him. Un aplauso.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So recently I went on a road trip, right? And it was like last minute plan. Well, really it wasn't even planned. My brother lives out in Boston, and he bought this American Bully dog, and he couldn't get a flight with the dog. So last minute he's like, hey, if you give me a ride with my dog, I'll pay for the gas, I'll pay for all the food, I'll give you gas money and some money to get home with. And I was like, hey, sounds like a paid vacation to me, right? So we went. You know, it was very emotional for me. You know, my dad died in prison, our dad died in prison, and my dad was an artist. And my brother was blessed with that, he got that ability, you know, and so my brother has changed his life completely, you know, like he doesn't drink, he smokes weed, but he doesn't drink like he used to. You know, he's not gangbanging. My brother was incarcerated as a youth, as an adult for attempted murder, you know, like he really changed his life around. So when I went to this beautiful shop that he has in Boston, like I just had to step outside and I was just crying. Because, you know, like all my dad's pictures were hanging up. My brother was showcasing all his drawings and stuff. And never in a million years, I don't think my dad could have ever seen this coming true, you know? And it's just so amazing to me to be part of this, you know, it was so amazing for me to be part of seeing what my brother has built, you know? So then on the way home, you know, I've been going through some transitions within my own head, trying to make maybe some life-changing decisions myself. And I was asking God, you know, I've been praying and asking God, like, reveal what I should do, you know? And I think what's going on, though, is that I'm so caught up in my own, like, fear and thinking that, like, even if he's talking to me, I can't hear. And I realize, you know, that lots of times, and I know this, like, that I have to settle myself down because God is talking to me. I don't doubt that with anything. But sometimes it's like, are you able to hear? You know, I came back to work, and I have an individual that's a trainee here who also grew up where I grew up. And he was like, hey, how was your trip? And I was like, it was good, you know? And he's like, how are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm good. And he like looked me in the eyes and goes, no, how are you? You know, and I was like, well, I'm kind of going through this thing where I'm, you know, trying to weigh some stuff out. And so I started talking to him, and he gave me something that was so, like, amazing. You know, he said, you know, Emily, you believe in God? And I said, yeah, I do, you know, and I believe that God's carried all of us, not just me. He's carried us to this place where we've been able to walk through these doors. Like, this isn't an accident. This isn't an accident. It isn't a coincidence. Like, we went through what we went through for a reason, you know. And I always say that, like, God uses me because, like, my God can't sit in the chair and you can't see him and he can't point and tell you, you know, but I can. So through me, he works, and I believe that, you know. And I believe that the other day when my homeboy was talking to me, I believe that that's where God talked to me at. You know, and he said, Emily, no matter what you do, right or wrong, God's always going to bring you back to his light because you are a vessel for him. So whether you make a decision to do this or do that, as long as you have faith, God's always going to put you back where you belong. But sometimes we have to take those chances. And if you fail, you fail. But just know that God got you and he's going to bring you back. He didn't bring you this far for nothing. You know, and so I've been really leaning on that, and I truly believe, and I was like, thank you, God. I finally heard, you know, the answer to my prayer. So I just wanted to throw it out there to you guys, like, no matter what's going on in your lives, you know, and I know, like, for me, I hate change. I'm very scared of change, you know. I know that on the other side of change is bliss. You know, like, if we stay the same, like, we stay stuck. Growth comes with change, you know, but it's scary. But if you have a higher power, I don't care what it is, if it's God, the universe, you know, Buddha, whatever. Just have faith that whatever your outcome, that your higher power is always going to bring you back to safety. Thank you.